Have you been dying to ride Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts at Universal Studios, but you weren't sure if you'd fit? Hey everyone, we're plus-size park hoppers, and we range in sizes from 2X to 5X. Make sure you like this video and follow us for more plus-size tips and tricks.
Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be talking about a topic that I think a lot of us that were either have previously been overweight or are currently dealing with our size, something that we have dealt with. So I don't know how many of you guys have had that story where you went to an amusement park and you were worried about fitting on the seats, or you were worried about getting on the rides, you were worried about would you be able to walk around the park and all of this kind of thing, right? And so I think this is a pretty common fear for a lot of people that are, you know, struggling with their weight. And today we're going to be talking about a TikTok account that kind of talks about that and shares their experience with being someone that is plus size at these different amusement parks. So this is the account right here. It is called the Plus Size Park Hoppers. Now this is a video that they put out. We can't really listen to it at all because it is playing the Full House theme song, but basically this is kind of a video where they kind of show who they are and what they're doing. And so this is apparently the main person right here is Stephanie, the founder, the person who kind of started this. And then they have this young lady, Ashley, as the videographer. They have Sarah as the planner. And then they have Katie as the gluten-free correspondent. And then lastly, there's Deanna as the comedic relief. And so it seems like what this page does is they go to different amusement parks and they try a bunch of the different amenities and they share their experience as people that are overweight or plus size and how they were able to deal with those amenities or those rides. Were they able to fit on them or not? And this whole page is about documenting that and then trying to share it with other people that might find interest in this, or they might actually be helped out by knowing the information on these rides. This first video that we're going to be looking at is them testing out a ride that I think it was at Universal Studios, I believe. So it says right here, do you prefer Harry Potter movies or the books? Let us know in the comments. I am 5'2", wear a 2X top and size 20 pants, and I was able to ride Escape from Gringotts at Universal Studios. Katie is 5'2", wears a 3X top and size 22 pants, and was not able to get the green light for the test seat. So something that they seem to do is they will go to these different amusement parks, and a lot of these amusement parks now will have these test seats that you can kind of sit in and see if you will fit on the ride, which I think is a pretty good idea, so you don't have to wait in line to just not be able to fit in on the ride. That can be something that is very scary. So this kind of is going over that experience of one of them, it seems, was able to fit, one of them was not able to fit.
Have you been dying to ride Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts at Universal Studios, but you weren't sure if you'd fit? Hey everyone, we're plus-size park hoppers, and we range in sizes from 2X to 5X. Make sure you like this video and follow us for more plus-size tips and tricks. Escape from Gringotts is a very fun combination of a 3D dark ride and a roller coaster. On this ride, you will encounter your favorite characters from the movies, such as Harry, Ron, Hermione, and even Bellatrix Lestrange. The ride vehicle consists of several rows with 4 seats in each row. The seats do have a mold that goes between your legs, and there are arms on the sides. The safety mechanism for this ride is a lap bar, and it does need to get to a certain position to lock. I am on the right side, and I am 5.
So, I mean, I remember lap bars, and that was something that I was pretty scared of when I went to amusement parks when I was bigger, for sure.
5'2", wear 2X top and size 20 pants. I did not get the green light at first, but once I pushed down a little, I did. Katie on the left is 5'2", wears a 3X top and size 22 pants. Unfortunately, she was not able to get that green light. I decided to go ahead and ride single rider for this ride, which I think is a great option if you don't want to wait a long time.
Now, I think that it's interesting because I think if you look at a lot of the comments on this video, it's obviously not they're not the nicest, a lot of them, right? Having a warning for the stairs is crazy. We'll get into that. And then, no, I was sure I'd fit, right? So because the beginning of the video is like, have you been wanting to ride this ride and you weren't sure you'd fit? No, I know I fit. Why would I have to worry about that? And so like, it's interesting because from what I have seen in their content, it hasn't been like, oh my God, this ride won't let me fit. We need to make a change, and it's terrible that they have made this to where I couldn't fit. From what I have seen, right, from the content I've seen, and maybe I haven't seen all of it, that's definitely fair, but all the content I've seen has been, hey, I wasn't able to fit on this ride, but like this person was, so they went on it. You know, I wasn't able to fit on it, or this person wasn't able to fit on it, but we were able to. And it's, from what I have seen, it hasn't been like, oh my God, this is so terrible. I can't believe they do this. They hate all fat people here, and fat people can never have fun. It's like, hey, you know, this is my size. My size means that I'm not able to do these certain rides. I'm not able to go on these certain things. It's not, oh, this is terrible and how dare they not let me fit on it, even though, it's like the way that it was made or whatever. So I have seen this as obviously completely positive, but they're at least making the most out of the situation that they're in. That's what I've seen so far. And it seems like a lot of the comments are just, people just not understanding, like, oh, well, if you can't fit, then just lose weight. It's like, I mean, I understand that sentiment, but I don't think that that's very helpful. And it seems like they're trying to at least be helpful for people that maybe they do want to lose weight, but they haven't lost weight yet, but they still want to go on the ride, right?
Something to note is that there are stairs leading up to this ride. This was one of my favorite rides at Universal because of how immersive it is. Even the queue has you feeling like you're actually in Gringotts. This ride can be pretty intense like a regular roller coaster, but it is also so fun. If you're a Harry Potter fan like me, or even if you're not, I think you'll find this ride fun. There is no step down to get into this ride. You simply walk in, sit down, and pull the lap bar down as far as you can. This is a fast one, so make sure you put your phone in your pocket. When getting off of the ride, there are more stairs up and down. Also, when you get off of the ride, make sure you take a look at the top of the building for that fire-breathing dragon. We hope that these tips help and that you enjoy your escape from Gringotts.
So again, like, I saw that the first time I saw it, and I was like, I mean, there's really not, like, I feel like people sent me this because they thought I was going to be like upset or something, but I don't have any problem with this. Like, I understand that your argument could be, and like I would say to, maybe the ladies that are part of this that aren't able to fit on these things, like, my only critique, or not even critique, but thing that I would say to them is, like, if you really do want to fit on these things, like, I do think that it's possible, and like you can, like, it's not like you cannot lose weight, but at the same time, like, if you want to go to these things with your friends, you shouldn't not go. And these having options and understanding what you might be able to fit onto, what you won't, that's never I just don't feel like that's ever really a bad thing. Another video of them trying to get on a ride.
Have you been dying to ride the Velocicoaster at Universal's Islands of Adventure, but you weren't sure if you'd fit? Hey everyone, we're plus-size park hoppers, and we range in sizes from 2X to 5X. Make sure you like this video and follow us for more plus-size tips and tricks. The Velocicoaster is a thrilling Jurassic World-themed roller coaster located in Universal's Islands of Adventure. As if dinosaurs aren't scary enough, this ride goes very fast and upside down. There are discrete test seats located at the entrance of this ride. We highly recommend trying the test seat before waiting in line. The seat is molded and there is a divider between the legs. The safety mechanism for this.
I will say I don't like when they have that divider between the legs, because I have some pretty big legs and they can be pretty uncomfortable for sure.
This is an over-the-head lap bar. My name is Stephanie, and I am wearing the purple and blue shirt. I am a size 2X and wear size 20 pants and a 44F bra. I was not able to get the green light at first, but Katie gave me a push and I was able to get it to turn green. So I do think that I could have ridden this ride if the employee was willing to push down the bar for me.
I remember when I think I was in like high school, and I went to Knott's Berry Farm. I went to Six Flags with like a church group that I was with. And there was a couple rides where we had to do that, where like I couldn't do it by myself, but we just had to have an employee like freaking push it down really hard. It actually, I've told this story before. This is kind of gross, but whatever. The first day that happened so many times where I almost, because it was a 2-day trip, where I almost didn't fit on the rides, that the second day I just made up a lie and I said, whatever, dude. I said I had diarrhea, so I was like, I don't want to go on the rides. I'm too scared. I don't want to poop my pants. But I didn't. I was fine. I was kind of scared of the rides in the first place. But then the second reason was I was afraid of not fitting on one and how embarrassed I'd be. And so I just made that up. Oh, man.
The ride was broken down this day, which I am very grateful for because that looked really scary and I did not want to try. Katie is wearing the blue skirt and wears a size 3X top and 22 pants. Her bra is a 46 double D and her hips are 65 inches. As you might guess, this seat was not very...
Bro, why would you... Okay, this feels a little like unnecessary. Like, she's larger than you are. And I'm not sure, like, maybe just to show what it looks like. I don't know what the point of trying this is, but... we're all different.
Very comfortable for us, especially because of the size of our thighs. Unfortunately, Katie was not able to get the green light on this ride even after I pushed down on the lap bar. The lap bar is also molded for your legs, so that might be uncomfortable if you have bigger thighs. We hope that these tips help you have a great day at Universal's Islands of Adventure.
So again, like I said, like, in the stuff that I'm watching, like, I haven't seen anything that it was like, they're like, I can't believe this happened and this needs to be addressed and this is a problem. Like, these are just, from what I've seen, okay, this is just fat women, and I don't mean that derogatory, but like fat women that have an account that are just trying to help other fat people in the same situation that they're in. They're not saying anything like that this needs to change or that Universal Studios is fat phobic or Disneyland is fat phobic or whatever. They're just like, yo, this is the facts. I can't fit on this ride. So if you're about the same size as me, you might not be able to fit on that ride. And if you want to avoid it, yeah, I understand, because you might just be wasting your time in line for 2 hours or whatever it might be. In this next tech talk, something that they also do is they'll go to different food establishments inside the parks and around the parks, I think. And this is them kind of talking about one. I don't think we're going to watch the whole thing, but I do want to watch part of it just to kind of talk about it.
Have you been dying to eat at Steakhouse 71 at Disney's Contemporary Resort, but you weren't sure if you'd fit? Hey everyone, we're plus-size park hoppers, and we range in sizes from 2X to 5X. On this episode of If I Fits, I Sits, we're eating at Steakhouse 71. This restaurant opened in 2021 and quickly became one of our favorites. The majority of the seating here is table seating, but they also have booths. The chairs are a bit oddly shaped, but comfortable enough. Some of the chairs have arms, but you are welcome to swap them out if needed. As for the booths, it does look like the tables move, but you can always request a table if that's what you prefer.
So a lot of what they're talking about here are, again, things like anxieties that I had when I was bigger. And so I can understand being worried about it. But I will say, like, man, I'm, and I don't mean this in like a mean way or anything, but I'm glad that I don't have to worry about that stuff anymore, right? Like if I'm sat in a booth, I know that I can fit in that. If I'm sat in on a chair, I don't have to worry about the the arms not being able to fit because of that. And so I am like, I can understand where they're coming from, but I feel like I can also be thankful for the position that I'm in now. And I do think that with different restaurants, like having more options is never a bad idea. Where I disagree is like saying, if you don't have the options, then you are like doing something wrong, or you're a terrible restaurant because your booths are stationary, or you have arms on your chairs, right? Like every restaurant is going to be different. It's good that some will be more accommodating, maybe even just because that's the chairs they chose. It wasn't even like they were trying to be. But I can understand those anxieties, and having a profile that kind of hopefully is able to alleviate some of those anxieties for people that might have those worries.
We've been lucky enough to try brunch, lunch, and dinner here, and today we're having lunch. The menu here is pretty small, but everything is delicious. Ashley started out with a wedge salad, which was huge. And yes, we do eat salad despite what some of you might say in our comments. Sarah got the petite fork and knife Caesar salad, which she really enjoyed.
Personally, for me, I'm not a huge fan of those. Those salads, they don't look like my cup of tea. But it's interesting, kind of like, the people kind of responding to some people saying like, oh, I know some of you guys say that we don't eat salads. That's a whole nother thing. Like some people just think that salad is automatically healthy. That's not how it works. You can get a salad that is very much so not healthy and actually ends up being more calories than maybe if you just got a burger. There's a lot of things that go into salad. Salad is one of the more frustrating like health halo foods. What a health halo is like there's like these foods that as a society we've made to think are always healthy, basically regardless of how many calories are in it or what's in it. Salad is one of those where it's like, oh, I got the salad. And then you look at the calories and you're like, oh crap, that was 1,300 calories or whatever it might be, right? And so, I don't know, I thought that was interesting. I wanted to share that part. Like, they share more of the food that they get, but again, it's just like, it's all this stuff like, oh, you shouldn't be eating that. I'm sure there's comments like that, like, oh, whatever. Whenever there is a bigger person that makes a video where they're eating anything that's not literally diet food, basically, people are going to have a problem with it. So that's not something that's super surprising to me. At the end of the day, I think the reason I wanted to talk about this is because I feel like there's this difference between when we talk about health at every size or like fat acceptance or anything like that, where it's almost like whenever someone will see a fat person existing in any capacity, they're like upset by it and they feel like it's wrong, right? I don't think that, personally, honestly, I don't think that anything that they are doing here is inherently wrong. I understand the want and maybe even the need or the desire for people that are in a bigger body to watch a video like this and make them feel more comfortable with going to these parks or whatever, right? Like that, right? So I don't really have a problem with that. I do want to say that, like, to the young women that are maybe in this video or that are maybe representing, you know, feeling like, oh, I want to go to the park, but maybe I feel like I'm too big, or it really sucks that I'm not able to fit on these rides. If that's something that's like a really big deal to you, I just want to encourage anyone out there that might be in that position that, you know, you are not stuck. And like you can't, it's not like you're stuck and you can't do anything about it, right? Like I truly believe that you can lose the weight, and I truly believe if that's something that you want to do, it is there for you. And especially if this is something you thoroughly enjoy, going to these parks and probably taking a ton of steps and going on these rides, hopefully fitting on them. If that's a big part of your life and like something that brings you a lot of joy, I truly believe that losing weight might help that tremendously and make that a more enjoyable experience for you. And like, I believe that you deserve to have that enjoyment. And so I just hope that if someone is in this position, don't feel like you are without help or you are without chance of being able to enjoy those things without having to worry about fitting on the rides. That's how I feel. But I'm genuinely curious, like what y'all think down in the comment section down below. I'm not sure how people are going to feel about this one, but I am genuinely curious what you think. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.